Hi, I'm Tamara Maciel. I'm a senior laboratory demonstrator in the School of Anatomy at the Department of Kinesiology here at the University of Waterloo. The anatomy experience here in the Department of Kinesiology is really unique. We have a body bequeathal program here that allows our students to learn anatomy firsthand using donated human bodies. Specifically, the two courses that use the anatomy lab in kinesiology are a first-year general musculoskeletal anatomy class. The students in that course are learning all about bones, joints, muscles, arteries, and nerves throughout each region of the body. The other course that uses this lab is an upper year elective course that studies the complex anatomy of the central nervous system. The students in that class get to come back to the lab and study in more detail the central nervous system, which includes the brain and spinal cord. The experience in the anatomy lab is very student-driven and very hands-on. Students cluster into small groups and work at different stations throughout about a 2-hour lab period. They are able to use various resources: human cadavers, models, real human bone specimens, skeletons, and they work through worksheets to answer questions and identify structures that they need to see in lecture. Every year, many of our students return to the anatomy lab for a second look. They do so in a program that we refer to as our volunteer teaching assistant program. We usually take about 50 students. They each are assigned to a lab section, and they attend that lab with the students throughout the entire term. This really gives them a chance to be leaders and mentors in our program and to reinforce their own anatomical knowledge.
Hi, I'm Becky. I'm a fourth-year student in kinesiology at U Waterloo here, and I've done many student experiences within the anatomy lab. I've done the Introduction to Anatomy as well as the upper year 301 Central Nervous System Anatomy course. And being in an environment where you can explore the specimens in 3D, it's not a 2D model on a page where you only see diagrams of things. You actually get to see the interlocking and the intersection and how everything works together and how it combines to make a working human body is a great experience. Besides being a student, I've also been a volunteer teaching assistant, which has been a great experience for me. I love being able to, one, inspire the students and maybe following the same path of being a volunteer TA in the future, but being able to reinforce my knowledge and help others understand the knowledge as well.
This incredibly enriching experience would not be possible were it not for the generosity of our donors and their loved ones. When you first enter the anatomy lab, you will see a sign that states that you are now in the presence of those who have given their bodies for the advancement of science. Please treat them with the respect which is their due. This principle really sets the tone of all of our lab experiences and guides us in all of the decisions that we make while we're here. The thing I love most about being an anatomy instructor is getting to interact with the students in small groups. By the end of the term, for the most part, I know all of their names and faces. We really develop a strong relationship, and as I said, many of them do return for additional volunteer opportunities.